What's poppin', everybody? This is Sabre94 with a match using the Reshiram and Charizard Welder deck in Standard. I know it's been a few days, but with the stuff going on with the actual video games, Sword and Shield, everything with the national decks not existing, and all the other information, I just had to cover that. It's quite important. I have strong opinions about this stuff, and because of the influx of all the videos, it took a few days, but we're going to be back with the usual TCG content. To be honest, this sort of Reshiram and Charizard deck, I have a few more matches to show you guys in like a music video form. Just show a couple of matches that are kind of too short for a video on their own. But I'm not 100% on this deck. I know it's very good, but it just doesn't seem to work right with me. I keep losing mirror matches, and I don't like that. I don't like that I can't beat the mirror match with this deck, especially when they get that Kiawe turn 1. It really sucks. It almost feels like they're hundreds of miles ahead of you when that happens. But anyways, so we're going to be playing up against a Malamar deck this time. And this deck is actually another bad matchup for me. I just seem to always have a lot of trouble with this kind of a deck. It certainly has an advantage over you because Ultra Necrozma GX can easily take care of the Reshiram Charizard. It doesn't really take that much effort, just a couple of energies. And if they get that speedy setup, which this deck can do, it's very consistent, of course. Get your Malamars out, get your Ultra Necrozma, set up your discard pile with psychic energies. It's quite easy, you know. You're trading two knockout, two prizes. They're trading two prizes, and they're getting three prizes from your big guy. And it's a tricky matchup. It's not really favorable. So my opponent managed to get 3 INKs out, made use of that damn Marshadow, messed up my hand. Thankfully we have at least Lele to make some plays. And what I'm going to do here is, I guess, Lily perhaps. I mean, I don't know. What I probably could have done is just use Welder. But the thing is that I want, since I'm playing second, I want to make use of my Volcanian's effect and grab 3 energies. We could have easily attempted to KO this Jirachi. All I had to do was grab Welder and grab this Oricorio, yeah, with Mysterious Treasure, and we would have KO'd the Jirachi. But then that leaves me kind of wide open. So we're going to make use of Volcanian's ability to accelerate fire energies, a lot of fire energies when you play second, and hope for the best. The thing is, though, is that as long as my opponent has that Jirachi and they can keep digging, it's not really good. It gives that deck a lot of advantage. This Jirachi is just very, very good card, man. In any deck it's used, it just gives you a lot of advantage, helping your deck for those Guzmas, helping your deck for the pieces you need. Crazy. But anyway, for starter, let's just put the fire energies on Reshiram and Charizard GX. I mean, my opponent doesn't have Ultra Necrozma yet, and he still needs to evolve into all of his Malamars. I hope he can't do it, but you know, like I've said, with these decks, they're consistent, especially with Jirachi. They're really good. It's not too difficult to make a very good list of Malamar. I mean, of course, deck building is important. The completely great list, the completely right list is important. But even if they, you know, they don't have the most optimal list, with all the mysterious treasures, with all the other searching cards, you know, their deck is really fast. It should be very consistent for the most part compared to other decks. Okay, so Giratina, my opponent plays that down, and that gives me a little bit of hope. If he's playing that dude, focusing on sort of the spread variant of Malamar using Giratina, maybe using Tapu Koko, I guess that's still a thing. Some people could still be doing that. But I would imagine eventually he must have like some alternate Necrozma GXs waiting in the back. So he plays down this Stadium to Viridian Forest, which I talked about before many a times. Every time my opponent plays this card, it always helps me out a lot. And I can even do this now, just discard something that I don't need. Grab even more fire energies into the hand. You know, thin the deck, get those fire energies. It just works out nicely. So, let's use our Field Blower. Discard the Stadium now that I've used it, and discard the Skateboard there. At least make Jirachi's life somewhat difficult. If can't switch. And I wish I had another Pokemon to use Welder on. Attach energies. I guess we're probably gonna have to put them on Lele. Because the thing is, I don't think there's a Pokemon in this deck that I really require to use my GX attack and do 300 damage. So let's play down Ho-Ho. That's going to be pretty good. I mean, to be honest, I wish I had this guy a lot earlier. Put the energies on Ho-Ho as opposed to Reshiram. At least this is a Pokemon that gives 2 prizes. Get the knockout with Volcanion. And we seem to be doing okay. I have energies. All of my Pokemon are fresh for the most part. And my opponent hasn't gotten the Malamars out yet. So things are looking kind of decent, but you know, this deck just really is, it can be trouble. Once they get rolling, they're kind of hard to beat. They're kind of hard to counter. The Malamar, Ultra Necrozma GX ones. I have beaten a few, but for the most part, if I had to say like my overall score when I play this kind of a deck, is that the Malamar Ultra Necrozma GX deck prevails in the end. They have their ways to do that. Right. So more searching with Jirachi. I wish I could have gotten rid of it somehow. And here comes the first Malamar. My opponent grabbed it using the Mysterious Treasure. And is going to attach Psychic Energies. Now, the Giratina is ready. Alright. So you can use that to KO my Volcanion while only having just a 1-prize Pokemon in the active position. So good on his part. So let's see what it's going to do. Where are you going to put the damage on? Let's see. One of the downsides of Giratina. The reason why I don't really like it, but I guess that's the point. You use it for spread. So it decided to hit itself, probably thinking he's smart because Giratina is going to die no matter what. But actually, this with him putting the damage counters on Giratina leaves me to not needing to use Reshiram. I can just use the Tapu Lele and make use of that, and it's good since we put the energies on. I can get the finishing KO using Lele. So nice, not putting Reshiram in harm's way. So we grabbed all of the fire energies in the deck. There's nothing left now. If I'm gonna need more, I have to use the fire crystals. So Welder, start powering up the Ho-Ho. I'm looking very good when it comes to powered up Pokemon. It's good that I have options. Powering up all of these Pokemon. Here comes the fire crystal that I mentioned too. Good to have that just in case. And so far so good. The only problem is like like I said before, it's like this, the Malamar deck is in control because especially if they do like what this opponent does using this Giratina right now, I've managed to get only 2 prizes while my opponent is building up his resources, and that Ultra Necrozma GX is very scary. It's just too much of a powerful Pokemon for just a regular GX. The damage output it can put, it's crazy good. I mean, it can easily take care of the tag team GXs. Just 3 energies, you're 260 damage. That's 10 short to knock out Reshiram. And all he needs is a 4th one, a Beast Energy, or a Choice Band, and I'm toast. So it's very dangerous, very dangerous. You gotta really get those knockouts quickly and get yourself as much of a lead as possible against this deck. So Jirachi still managed to make use of that guy since I can't get rid of it, as he puts it on the bench and attacks with somebody. It seems he is going to use that Giratina again. He grabbed it back, putting damage on my guys. And there's the Ultra Necrozma GX. Damn it. So very, very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. I hope he misses the Metal Energy. That's one of the things I guess that Pokemon needs to make the attack. But if he sees it, then things won't be very nice. Won't be very nice. Okay. Man, if I had the choice band, like if I get the choice band, I'm gonna use Ho-Ho because it's just too risky to use Reshiram. I don't like using Reshiram against Ultra Necrozma GX. It's just not a good trade-off. So my opponent does have the Metal Energy, unfortunately, and just damn man, only just 2 energies. 160, it's enough. I mean, actually no, it's 180. What am I talking about? The spread isn't even relevant. Just an easy KO on a Pokemon like Tapu Lele GX. And unfortunately, I gotta use Reshiram because we might not see the choice band. What I probably should have done is promote for Amasa. That was a hasty move on my part. and I believe I only have like 2 choice bands in this deck. I don't think there's 3. Yeah, I don't remember right now. But the thing is that if I did have the choice band, I would have definitely preferred to use Ho-Oh, get that KO, one-hit KO on Necrozma, while only having a two-prize Pokemon. Because now, I mean, Reshiram is at 250 HP, you know, thanks to the little spreading Giratina did. And we do see the choice band. Okay, use that energy spinner again, no reason, but get that choice band. And what are we gonna do? I guess I'm gonna use the Flare Strike since Reshiram is in the active position. So I'm gonna be at 2 prizes, very nice. But now things are very dangerous. Man, my opponent, he has all of those Malamars down. It's gonna be his turn. He's got the Jirachi, still has that escape board. Didn't manage to get rid of it. So man, it just things are dangerous. It might not seem like it. It just seems like I have the whole advantage. Got my 2 Pokemon powered up. He doesn't have an attacker down. I have the prize lead, but just one Ultra Necrozma GX dropping down, which it did, and he attaches the energies, and I'm toast. He can actually knock out my Reshiram. So my only hope is that he doesn't get the metal energy. God, I hope he misses that somehow, because 3 energies, that's all he needs. He doesn't need any more. It's just exactly, it's going to do 260 damage. That's enough to KO me. So, Mysterious Treasure, and there's the fucking Viridian Forest again, damn. So he will be able to search out the metal energy and finish me off. So it's actually too bad. I think I would have had this game if I just promoted Ho-Oh. Promoted for Amasa actually, then promoted Ho-Oh after we've seen the choice band. I mean, maybe I would have not seen it and then had to use Reshiram. But you guys can see that it really sucks when you have to use Reshiram against Ultra Necrozma. My opponent just got the victory just like that, when it could have easily been my game. But GG anyways, this is how it goes in the Pokemon TCG. Hope you guys enjoyed, hope you guys subscribe, leave a like, share this with your friends. See you guys in the next one. We'll say